Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. I had to shut the video off, but I had the video going. Why do I stop like that? Maybe when it's bouncing around. I have it stuck in this little door thing. I'm not sophisticated with any kind of attachments. It's just throw the phone over there and see if it works. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know when the video stopped because I can't really tell you that. But I'm still doing some Doordash. I actually had to go back to a different zone. And it says something here, and I'm not sure what it says. You're outside the zone. Oh, wait a minute. What happened is I made a mistake. I don't know everything about Doordash. Yeah, even though I've been doing it for since 2018 off and on. I think I had to go out to another zone, and there was like a little banner that said like once I was done, do you want to switch zones? I don't know if I don't do that. I usually stay in the same area. I never switch zones or go into. If I go somewhere else, I just keep it on. Some reason I looked at it, I accidentally pressed it, so it must have switched zones. So now it's back in the other zone, and now I don't know how to get it back into this zone because the light's going to turn green. I'm not going to have time to do it, but I guess that's what happened. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't matter because I'm driving and I'm heading over to the mall because I stick over at the mall for the best orders I get are over there, and I'm closer to home, so I don't like to go out too far. I was a little further than I normally go to drop that off because if the car breaks down, and it has, things have happened. That's the thing you got to realize when you do these deliveries. You get a flat tire, something can happen with the battery. I mean, I've had it where the battery went dead, and I was in the middle of a delivery. I'm not kidding you. And I shut the door. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm trying to remember what happened. I think it was like I had this huge order. For some reason, I got outside the car. Oh, because the order was, I had it piled in the back seat. So I get out of the car, I was parked, and I go around to open the door because the order was in this huge bag and had all the drinks and everything. And I can't open the door. I didn't know that for some reason I accidentally locked the door, and then it wouldn't open, and the fob wasn't working. And I was trying to get the handle because it's all electronic opener. I mean, doesn't have it's electronic door. So we use the fob, right, like everybody. My truck's not that way, but this anyway. So I was stuck there trying to get in and trying to figure out how I can get in the car. Why was it not working? I thought maybe it was the battery in the fob. But what happened is I called AAA, and they luckily that's another good thing if you're out doing deliveries or you have a delivery type job. It doesn't matter if you're just driving, commuting. It's a good idea to have AAA or some kind of roadside assistance because you get locked out or something like that. Whatever happens, you can call somebody. And he came out and he had this device. He was able to get in the door and open the hood to look at the battery because you want to check the battery. And he said, probably want to get that battery tested. So the battery, it wasn't the fob battery that was dead, it was the battery itself. So he charged it up for me. I got home and then I went and bought another battery because it was a dead battery. So yeah, when you're out, so that's what my point was, is that I was close by. I was only like up the street from where I live. So if something would have happened where I had to leave and get it towed or whatever, because I've had to have my truck towed when the belt came off of it, and I was really close, so I was able to get an Uber back home because the tow truck driver wasn't allowing anybody to ride his tow truck, so I had to Uber back home while he drove the truck back home. But yeah, anyway, like there's a lot of good areas out here to do Doordash and do these apps, but they're way out, like far away, near the college. And I've thought about it, but I'm like, well, if I'm out there, this car's not new. I mean, it's got a lot of miles on it. It still runs good, but it's got miles on it. So I'm sure things are going to happen to it eventually. It wears out, right? So yeah, so I don't want to be like 30 miles or 15, 20 miles out, driving around out there and the thing breaks down and I gotta figure out whatever I gotta do. It's far, right? So it makes it more inconvenient to, and then if you're just in your area, in your neighborhood, you can just, you can take an Uber back home, you can get a tow truck, it's not that big of a deal. It's just much more inconvenient that way. That's why I know sometimes you can make more money in other areas. Now, if I had a brand new car, just brand new, and I knew that when you have a brand new car, well, not all brand new cars last very long. Some are just bad from day one, but most likely you're going to just not really worry about your car that much. Tires, everything's new. Then you go, it's fine. Go out as far as you want, go make some money in these other areas. So that's the way I see it. It's just the way some other people, maybe they carry their tools with them and they do their own work and all that. I don't do that, but I just don't want to be stuck out in the middle of the country. I did used to do when I first was doing this. I was doing deliveries out in the woods, in the snow, way up in the mountains. I remember thinking, God, if this I was thinking, God, I was up like one time on snow drifts up in the mountains, way out, like pretty far out, like out of the area, on a dirt road. And I was thinking, on the snow, like if something happened, and this car, like, just the battery went dead or whatever, something happened, the belt flew off it or whatever. It was a really steep grade up into this, area up in the mountains to drop off some groceries or something. Even though I have snow tires and all-wheel drive and all that. I was thinking, God, that would be really bad. In the ice and the snow, trying to, walk back down that hill, and the tow truck driver wasn't going to make it up there. If they did, it would be a long, long time before they got up in that area. It was pretty steep. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be doing that stuff anymore. I mean, I did that for a while, like going up those mountain roads and stuff, and country roads. And, but yeah, I was like, nah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to end up stuck out there having to walk down those mountain roads in ice and snow and trying to figure out how to get my car out of there. That's just kind of that was what I was thinking. I think I'm going to move to a different area. This is not the spot I like at the mall. And I got to figure out how to change that back to my other zone. Now it's pretty busy here in the mall today. It's a Friday, so I can understand. People got their paycheck and they're going out to eat. Yeah, I was thinking about, because the winter time, we're not quite there yet, but I do need to get snow tires for this car, even though it's all-wheel drive. You have to have snow tires. There's just no way around it. It gets really, really snowy here. Back to this zone over here. Okay. Let's see here. Gotta get my glasses. Can't see without these glasses. You're right. You're outside, right outside of the zone, even though I'm in my zone. So, why is it doing? How do you get out of that? Okay, current orders. Why is it doing the zone thing? I'm in the... Oh, wow. It put me in the other zone. Now, how do we get... Is there a way to change that? Completely in the wrong zone. Okay. No wonder I'm not getting any orders. Does anybody know how to... I mean, I'm not that... what's weird, I've been doing off and on. I've been doing Doordash for a long time, but for some reason I've never done this. So even simple things like this, you learn things every day. Like, I've been using this app for I don't know how long. I mean, but I've never switched zones. I've always stayed in the same zone. So I'm kind of puzzled. Oh wow, okay, so let's see. Zone, there's that zone. I got all that zone. Look at that zone's on fire over there. It's got all kinds of stuff over there, but I can't seem to get out of the zone. Oh my. Well, check this out. They're offering $900 bonus. You can earn a $600 bonus. Earn $900 bonus, and then they will earn a $600 bonus if I tell a friend, if they complete 290 deliveries in this area in 60 days, which is 2 months. That's a lot of delivery. I mean, if you're doing it full time, yeah. I mean, or a lot. I don't do that much, but that's worth it. You get $600. That's not bad. So if I were to find someone here that I don't know a lot of people here. Actually, I don't know anybody around this area. I moved out here and I don't know anybody here. So I don't have any friends in this area. So, but if I knew someone, like a customer, I have a lot of customers for my other job. Maybe I should talk to some of my customers and say, hey, you do Doordash, because if you don't, well, sign up under my name, under my code, and I can earn 900, and then you can earn 6. Is that the way it says? I can earn 900. They can earn 600 if they do 290. Now, I did this on Uber before, and I don't know if it was 500. I think I got 500 on the bonus. But if you get 900 and then they get 600, it's worth the $290, 90 deliveries in 60 days. Just do it. I mean, unless you have another job where it'd be hard to do that, but because even if you're getting really low orders and you get that $600 or I get that 900, that's pretty damn good. I have to look into that. I don't know anybody in the area. I mean, I'd have to talk to one of my customers, and I never talk about that. And they all got professional jobs. I don't know if they'd be willing to. I don't know anybody who's looking for side work. That's cool. Anyway, so I thought I'd talk about that. But what I'm trying to really find out is how I get out of this zone here. I mean, I feel like I should have known that somehow. Like, that's something you're supposed to know how to do. So I'm at the home screen, return to Dash. Why is it not in my zone? I'm right here. Let's see, maybe if I pause the Dash and then come back, let's see, let's pause orders. My Dash has been paused. Maybe if I maybe if I have to recalibrate it. So I'm in the mall right now waiting. I'm doing a video. That's cool. The video's still going. So, yeah, that's a beautiful day. I love this kind of weather. The trees will all change to like a copper, yellow, and red. It's really nice out. I gotta tell you, fall is my favorite time of year. I wish this weather was like this all the time. 50s, 60s. Yeah, I mean, when it gets hot, it's just like I can sit here. Like I can shut the car off here, and I can sit here. It's not too cold. In the summertime, you have to have the air conditioning cranked the whole time. It's so hot in your car. This is wonderful. Like you can sit here, shut the car off, not waste gas. It's not too cold where I have to run the heater. Just sit here, enjoy the parking lot, enjoy the sun. So I'm liking it today. But I have to head back because at 1:30 I got to head back. I have to organize my truck for my other job, and so I have to get back there and do that. There's a lot of stuff I got to organize in my truck to make room for a refrigerator. God, it's busy here at the mall. You know, I mean, this mall here, it doesn't really seem to, like, I know I hear about a lot of malls that are just doing really poorly, but not this one. It seems to be doing really well, and ever since I've moved here, it's they don't seem to close anything. Oh, they did close one store. What store was that when I first moved here? Oh, of course it was Sears. Everybody knows that. They closed Sears. But as far as the other restaurants and stores, they're still open. So it's a pretty popular mall. That's why I park here, because there's a lot of restaurants. Oh, I'm going to go back to resume dash, and I'm still outside of the zone. That, I don't understand that. Why am I not getting any orders? Okay. How do I get out of the zone? I think I messed up when I did that, when I accidentally switched the zones. I'm missing out on money right now. I mean, I don't know why. That's not my zone. Does anybody out here know how to do this? So maybe it's my phone. Extend dash, home navigation, dash preferences. Maybe it's my phone. There it is. It was my phone. Wait, no, that's not my phone. Come on, open up. See that yellow, like that yellow banner right there? It says you're right outside the zone, navigate the zone. So I'd have to go back to where, I didn't know I was going to be dropping off in a different zone. I ended up dropping off in a different zone. And then I accidentally hit the button and said, do you want to stay in this zone? I'm like, no, I shouldn't have hit that button, but like, now how do I get back out of it? Oh, man. And I got another half an hour on here, too. Now, what would I do? Oh, app navigation. No. Maybe I'll ask the chat. How do I switch zones? Let's see, chat. You can... That's not anything I can get. They don't want to hear from me on that. So if I'm in this zone... Okay, that's a zone. There's a bunch of zones out here, too. Like, okay, so that one... man. Why did I know there's orders going on right now. Why? What am I missing here? Sometimes I look at these apps, I don't even understand what I'm doing. I'm not the best at computers or any of that, but I mean, I'm right here. It shows me in this zone, but then I have this yellow banner saying, well, I could see where the outline zone that's on there, that outline zone, the red. I think that's how it works, because I've never gone outside my zone. I have, but I never switched zones. It's not where I'm at. See, see the blue dot right there, and then the red, where the red map, like where that part of the map, and then the blue dot. It should be where I'm at. Should be highlighted red, and it should have all those little fire symbols, or whatever they call them, those flame symbols. So, if anyone is out there and watches this video, and then like comment below how, or maybe I'll have to go look on YouTube how I switch out of the zone, or maybe I can look on YouTube right now. That's what's great about YouTube. You can learn pretty much anything. How to switch. See, I feel I've been doing Doordash since it's one of the apps I don't use. I wasn't using a lot. I was using Uber and Grubhub, or when I first started doing, I was doing mostly Grubhub. Then I started doing Doordash, but I always had other work, had my other business and stuff. So I really wasn't doing it a ton like people do full time. I think I did it full time for a little bit, like when I was probably around 2018, 2019. I did it for like almost full time. But then most of the time I didn't do a lot of it. Like I don't know how many deliveries I have, not that many. I think maybe 3,000 deliveries on all the apps or whatever, something like that. Not much, not a lot for the amount of years I've been doing. Not hardly any deliveries compared to what most people do, because I do it in such a part time, even less than part time. Sometimes just once. Sometimes I won't do it for a month, or I've done that where I haven't done it for a month, and I'll go back. I need to, especially in the wintertime, I need this extra money, so I'll come back and do it. But I've been doing it here and there, so I would think I would have seen that, like how that works. And so I'm gonna have to look, because that's something I need to know. How to switch zones on Doordash. Here to see. I'll switch that. Oh, not that. No ads, please. This is from Ask Me Anything.
How to switch zones. Let's say we'll talk a bit about switching zones on Doordash.
This is a YouTube called Ask Me Anything.
For example, an official Doordash article. What do they say? Switching zones overview. Switch to a busier zone to potentially maximize time and earnings. When you are out dashing, we want to help you maximize your time by staying in the busiest zones. Keep reading below to hear about the new switch zone feature and all the benefits. When you're in your map, in the Doordash app, then you will see like the zones colored in different colors, and those colors are like, if they're red, it's very busy. And so
my camera's still working. Hope I'm not boring you guys out there. Probably am. But
your zone into a busy zone, you'll be able to see a looking for others screen, where you'll receive recommendations, switch to the new zone, and make the most of your time on the road. In the recommendation, you will be able to see the hotspots in the new zone and peak pay available.
Yeah, I get that. Oh wait,
and then you can
God, my phone's so small. I can't. Let me see. When I see it on a computer, I don't want to see this on a laptop, because.
Switching your zone is completely up to you. If you choose
So it says switch.
zone, we will start looking for other
Switch.
Original zone. Updated zone. Now that you've crossed into a busier zone, you will be able to see the updated hotspots nearby and start receiving orders from the new zone. As you can see here, these red zones with the
I see that, but I'm still not getting. I'm confused here. I see that, yeah. Oh, that zone's. Why is it doing that? Maybe it's just maybe the phone's just not working right now, because I'm trying to do what it's saying. Like, yeah, okay, I see that. Oh wait, what's this? No. Is that how you do it? Oh, wait a minute.
Drive west for 600 feet.
Oh, wait a minute. If I just space it out? Maybe there's just nothing going on. I don't know. It says navigate to your zone. So if I were to navigate like this.
Drive west for 600 feet.
So, where is that? I've never been there. Let's see here. Oh, navigate to. Are those? Because I would think there'd be some stuff going on around here. I don't know why I can't see anything. I'm almost like tempted to shut it off and turn it on, but if I shut off the app, then well, Okay, so your routes out zone. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking at the app right. I'm just not getting it. It could be just because I was over there and it's showing me. Navigation. Pause orders again, see what happens. That's probably what I should have did. I was thinking when I went and dropped it off in the other zone, I should just pause the orders because I don't like to look at the app when I'm driving around, when I'm on the freeway or whatever, getting back. And it's going off, you know, it's kind of distracting to me. So if I'm not going to look at the app, I want to go back to my zone. I usually just pause the orders and then drive back to my zone and turn it back on. Well, instead I accidentally hit the button that said change zones. So I think that's why it's stuck in that zone until I go back or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point because on my schedule is up here in about 15 minutes, so I might as well head home. But I made, you know, I could have made a lot more money if I, for some reason, if I stayed in that zone or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna complain, but that's the thing when you don't do these apps all the time. And sometimes I just kind of get out of practice. I did Doordash last week. I mean, I don't know why. I just don't drive in other zones, I guess. And because it's showing, unless I'm just, maybe the map doesn't mean anything, like that doesn't mean anything. It's highlighted over there because I was over there. But with that, what concerns me is that yellow banner saying you're right outside the zone. Navigate to the zone to increase chances of offer. Well, it's like I know there's offers over here. I guarantee you there's offers. I'm right here by the Black Angus, by the IHOP, there's Arby's. There's a bunch of stuff in the mall. There's Outback. There's Red Robin. I mean, you got there's what do you call it? Hop and Drop. There's all kinds of restaurants around here. Tons of them. That's why I park here. But it's not highlighting those restaurants. It's highlighting the restaurants outside the area where I was at, not here. Is there a way to press this? You know, I thought, I would think you could just switch it out, but it's not. I feel stupid. I know there's someone out there who knows how to do this, and it's probably something really simple, and I'm just not seeing it. And I don't really want to contact support because the only time I contact support is something that, like, something goes wrong. I don't want to bother with it right now. I don't have really much time left anyway. I gotta get back and organize my truck. Well, let's see. Oh wait, if I go there.
Drive east, then turn right.
You know what? I'm gonna drive over there and see what happens, just for the heck of it. Because maybe that's what's happening. Maybe I'm supposed to go, like, it's telling me to go to this other area. Maybe once I go there, it switches. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I mean, I've never had any kind of problem with these apps like that. They're usually pretty straightforward, as far as like how they work. They make them really easy and user-friendly. But this is kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at it and it's not, maybe it's no big deal, but
Transfer complete.
I'm going to see, because I don't have to go that far, I just go over there. The heater is actually warm outside. Alright. Excuse me. It's a nice day to be out, get some sun. Get out of the house. One thing I like about these apps is that because it takes you to places sometimes you've never been before in your area, and you get to see different locations and get to know your city a little bit better. That was a Cybertruck. Yeah, I get to learn the neighborhoods, get you out and about. When I used to work, a regular job where you just go, you go to like a warehouse and you come back. That's busy over there. Let me just see if I can get in here and switch this on over here. This is a busy restaurant. Let's see. It's not switching zones. Okay, well. I'll park here and look. This is really busy here today. If I get an order here, no problem. Let me see. Try it out. Okay. Yeah, it's still stuck over there. So maybe no, that's way over there. Okay, so that's going. Why is it navigating me out? Couldn't load direction, it says address. So Panaras. Okay. 33 minutes. Where are they going? What is it? So it's navigating me. It wants me to go. It's showing me all the places that where I was at before. Like all these restaurants that are really close to me, but there's also identical restaurants on the other side of town. Like for instance, I have an Applebee's like literally just right down the block here. But it wants to navigate me, like it has a little, the navigation. Go to your area, and I press that map. That'll take me 10 miles all the way to the north side, where there's another Applebee's. But that's not where I want to go. I want to go right here. I want to, so. I didn't know that once you. I learned, it's a learning lesson. I didn't know that once you go outside your zone, and then when you press that button, switch zones, the stick keeps you there permanently. You can't go back out. I'm puzzled. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. It's not doing me any good. I'm not getting any orders because it's focused over on that other zone, which doesn't make sense to me. But because I'm over here with a bunch of restaurants, and I know they're getting orders right here. I can guarantee you this restaurant's getting orders coming out of here for Doordash, and that one over there. And I know they're getting them, but they're not popping up on my phone because it's got the red mark and says that I'm over there. And that's something I got to figure out. It's probably something extremely simple. Very simple, I guarantee it. No, that's that thing. Say tips. Who. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, right there. Wow, that's a lot of area there. That goes way over. It's funny because it's just pressing buttons. I don't know what I'm doing here, really. Let's see. Well, $10 bonus boost. What's that? Send dash pay and select markets to ensure there's enough dashers in the road. Well, it's like 1:23 now, and I planned on going. I started at 11:30, and I was going to 1:30. So yeah, I was doing 11:30, 12:31. I was going to do 2 hours, and the first hour was great. And then now it just got confusing because I was stuck. I went to the wrong area. Oh well, you live and learn, right? Not gonna cry over spilled milk. Man, they're doing a lot of construction over there. What's that? Okay, we're back out of here. Alright, well, that's it, because it's already, time's up. I got stuck in the other zone, and something I have to look into later. I looked at that YouTube, and he was talking about it, but I wasn't quite getting what he was saying. I mean, I get it, but I think I'm going to have to do a little more research. And I'm sure it's like something extremely simple that other dashers do all the time because they're constantly switching zones, and they're like, they know how to do all that stuff. They're doing the multiple orders, stuff that I don't do. There's guys out there, they make quite a bit. They make pretty good money doing it. I mean, they do the stack orders, and they know the right zones to go to. Pretty busy here. I see all the people coming in here. Making money. People still ordering food, still going out to eat. I'm actually getting hungry right now, thinking about food. But I did notice, like, the last time I went out to eat, how expensive it is. It's not cheap anymore. Even fast food is not cheap. I mean, I went and got a couple burgers. I did this job. It was like, I had to do it was really heavy labor work I did. So I built up quite an appetite, and I didn't really want to go home and eat. So I stopped at Dairy Queen, which I hadn't been to in a long time. Got a couple burgers and some fries and stuff. And it was like $30. I was pretty shocked. I mean, I got the big burger and all that, but still, that seems a bit outrageous. I don't know what it's like to eat like Black Angus. What the cost of the meals there are. I remember when I was a kid, and I used to work restaurant jobs when I was a teenager, and like busboy and so forth, server type jobs. And I worked at this one restaurant. It was like high-end. We were like the most high-end restaurant you could work at. I had to wear a tuxedo, and I was a server. And we're talking like, these people show up there with Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and they had the valet parking and all this stuff. It was really wealthy people that go there. think I remember, like, I thought it was like $100 a plate, something like that. I mean, on an average, not like every plate was like that, but you know, they're serving like duck or whatever. I don't know. It was like French kind of food stuff. You know, gourmet type, whatever. Of that time, I mean, that stuff changes. Like, we had chocolate bows. We had these like crackers we'd serve, and we'd serve all these different, like, you had to have like real silverware with we had to fold the napkins a certain way, and we had to have all the different forks. It was like 5-course meals. Yeah, I think it was four courses or whatever. There was a lot of courses. Like, you had your appetizers and this and this and that. Each one had different silverware. You know, different types of setups for each, different plates and all that. So we had to set all that up, and we had certain drinks and all that. So I kind of remember, I thought it was like 100. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was like $100 a plate back, you know, because that's how it was expensive. But like, regular food now is starting to get to that point now. Like, that was a very, very high end, you know, like rock stars and stuff. The type of people would go there. Big business moguls would go there and eat. So it was like, you know, very, very expensive for the time. And regular food now is starting to creep up into that $100 with inflation and all that. It's like, I don't know what like a really expensive restaurant would cost now. Like, I don't know what a plate, what, $300 a plate, $400, I don't know, 400, who knows? I'm guessing that place I worked at, if it still exists now, it was called Maxie's, I think. If I can remember, I don't know, maybe it was something different. I can't remember. It's so long ago, in the 80s. You know, they had, it was, the waiters there, like when I was working there as a server, the waiters there were making $150 tips a night cash, and you didn't have to pay taxes on the tips back then in the 80s. I think I was making like 60 as a server, and then the dishwasher would get a certain amount of money. And we would do brunches on Sunday and that, and make more tips. And back then, that was a lot of money. I mean, maybe now it's not that much, but back then, like, you know, 150 cash every day, and you're only working your 4-hour shift for, like, you know, as a waiter or as a server. I was only working as a server. The waiters, they knew the wine list, they knew all the food. They were professional. Those guys actually back then were they were making enough money to buy a house. It was like a profession. Like, they were telling me, like, hey, dude, you keep, you know, working with us and training with us as a server, then you become a waiter, and you know, it's a career. It's like, it was a career back then, like the chefs and all that. You would have to go to like a culinary school, or, you know, that kind of thing, or maybe you could start as a dishwasher and train, you know, be a sous chef or whatever. Those guys made bank back then too. So yeah, I mean, the tips are great. You know, I was in high school at the time, so like, having all that money was like, wow. Cash, you know, no taxes on it. We made like a small minimum wage, and then the tips are what you made. It's like this stuff, you make money on the tips, you don't make money on your wage. It was the exact same thing back then. You would make money on your tips, not on your wage. I mean, you make a little bit, but your tips were where you made your money. So that was an interesting time, but I remember that I thought that was outrageous for a plate of food back then. I was like, that's ridiculous, like, to have to pay that much. But now it's not, it wouldn't be that ridiculous. It'd be pretty normal, actually. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I didn't mind working in restaurants. It was okay, but I worked several restaurants, a dishwasher. I worked at burger joints and stuff. It's hard work, man. I mean, it's not. That's why when I go in these restaurants, I respect these people that are working there, and I try to be nice, because it's not easy. It's like you're in the back, especially when you're I was dishwashing. sweating. I mean, it's like you're burning in the kitchen. It's really hot, you know. And as a server, I had to carry the food like on my hand like this. All the fucking everything, coffees and drinks and plates. I mean, it was really heavy. And you had to have a lot of good balance to do that. Like, I feel like I drive fast. It's like no one wants to let you in. It's like just a little. Like you're like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna move in, and just, you know, before everyone else. If you're just people will like ride right up on you, like you're not supposed to pull in front of me. It's like, well, you don't have to go that fast. It's not that necessary. There's a red light. You're just gonna burn your brakes up. It's not necessary to drive like a maniac. But people, you know, they just, I don't know what it is. They're just selfish, or they're not living in the present moment. They're like living in the future. Like, oh, I gotta be over there. That's all I care about is over there. They don't care about what they're doing right now. That's why there's accidents everywhere. Like their heads is like way out in the future, where they're not living in the present moment. There's so many accidents. I see every day. Like I look on the news, the local news, and you know, I know we live in an area that's got quite a bit of crime. You know, but it seems to me, even with the crime and stuff, you know, what they're really the things I see the most are like accidents, collisions, more than any crime, more than robberies, more than any of that stuff, carjackings. It's accidents, one after another, all day long. You know, I don't know if people are on their phone. I just think people are like, they're ahead of themselves. They're like, because the way they drive, they're like, their eyes are glazed over. They're like looking, they're like, their destination, wherever it is, that's where they're at. They're like in a time machine. They're not where they're supposed to be in the car. I gotta be there now, and that's where I'm at. I'm not gonna spend time paying attention to where I'm at right now. It's not Star Trek. We don't have teletransporters. You know, you gotta wait. You gotta have patience. Maybe someday. Probably someday soon, actually. We'll have, like, you know, these teletransporters, robotics, holograms, and stuff like that. That's a nice jam. Yeah, we'll wrap it up for today, and then I gotta get the truck ready for the next job. Looking forward to that. I like those jobs and get some exercise. That's another thing I like about labor work is that I don't go to the gym, but I can, you know, get some exercise. You know, like get a little bit of exercise. Sitting in the car. That's why I like sometimes I'll do the ones that have a lot of stairs. You know, so I can get some walking on the stairs. Good for you. Alright, well, thanks for watching. This is Daryl at Tip Your Driver. Just another couple hours out there doing some Doordashing. That's about it. Nothing exciting right now, but appreciate you watching and subscribing to my channel. Daryl, Tip Your Driver. I'm going to sign right out of here.